and welcome to this 2K Sports presentation of the WNBA. Our game tonight featuring the Connecticut Sun as they go up against the Indiana Fever. Here in the hoops heartland of Indiana, I'm Blake Suniga. Joining me are Brian Vanafiteni and Tim Schwartz. Thanks for tuning in. Tip-off goes to Indiana. For three. Mitchell, shot's good.
It's important that Mitchell keeps hitting from deep because that's going to help open up the offense.
She's covered by Clark. Rivers. Oh, and it's blocked by Aaliyah Boston. Outside Howard. Launches a three. And another three for Indiana.
A quality passer at her position. Howard enjoys finding her teammates in their spots.
Pass to Morrow. Charles. Now Nelson Adota. Clock at 6. They double her with Boston. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. With the ball. Mitchell outside. That's good, and it's Natasha Howard with the assist.
Great outside shooting is really fueling this run.
And the D's just getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down.
Poke loose. To the middle. Here's Charles. And she can't stop the run as that misses. On the wing, Kelsey Mitchell. She has 6. The three-pointer is on target.
Looks like they're going to have one of those days where they can do no wrong.
Well, they certainly haven't done anything wrong so far, stretching the lead into double digits already.
Such a hot start.
Rivers, and she banks in the layup.
That's a big basket. You don't want to let the game get away from you right off the bat.
The three from Kelsey Mitchell, and another three for Indiana.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. Just phenomenal ball movement.
Everyone's looking for the best shot, and it's paid off during this run.
Inside, here's Nelson Adota. The Fever pull it in. Right side, Howard. And another three for Indiana.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the threes.
Yeah, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, non-existent.
Mitchell on the double team. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Here's Cunningham. From the arc, and the Fever hit again from deep.
Last 5 makes, all 5 from long range.
And the defense hasn't pressed up to deny it. They're hanging back, and they're getting picked apart.
Pressure the ball, pressure something.
Here's Nelson Adota. And again, no good by Connecticut. Three-pointer. And that's good. Sophie Cunningham for 3.
They are doing some damage from downtown, guys.
Which is the main reason they're sitting on this huge early lead. What shooting.
Just an aerial display from beyond the arc.
Now here's Charles. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change.
A reliable interior scoring option. Charles plays with power and poise around the rim.
Really left alone that time.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over again.
They might have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Aiden Clark outside. And another three for Indiana.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Tough to guard a team when they can space it out like this, am I right?
Stolen by Clark. Lets the three fly. Bangs home the trifecta.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams in their effectiveness from three-point range.
Yeah, it's been pronounced and definitely a big factor to point to in this game.
Fires from deep. Cans it from downtown.
And the defense looks stunned. I mean, Brian, it is triple after triple.
Yeah, they seem powerless to stop it. Just hoping they cool off, I guess.
It's going to take more than hope, though. It's going to take some actual defense.
Absolutely.
And pushing it up is Indiana, again in transition. And that one drops for.
They couldn't have dreamed of a much better start they've had here tonight.
Yeah, they came in with a tremendous offensive game plan. It's worked perfectly, and what a lead they already have to show for it.
And you got to give credit to this coaching staff as well. They came into this game prepared perfectly.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. Fever ahead, delivering the blowout. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Not exactly a neck-and-neck game, but as the second quarter starts, there is plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, Beaver pretty much in control here.
Good start for them defensively. They've forced some turnovers.
And they've also done a good job on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
Now Hartley. And the call is going to be, an illegal screen.
Very close call there on the illegal screen.
I'd go along with it. You know, to me, it didn't really look like her feet were set.
Outside Sims. From past the arc, knocks down the three ball.
A confidence builder for sure. When Odyssey Sims is knocking down the triple, it unleashes the rest of her offense.
Now here's Allen. She's covered by Sims. There's the double team with Sims. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession, so we'll have a jump ball. And here is Sims. Takes the three. And the Fever hit again from deep.
They're getting their points now almost exclusively from three-point range for their last 5 makes from beyond the arc.
And the defense practically giving them those shots.
And they'll take them.
Here's Edwards. And Aaliyah Boston with the block.
Known for being a tremendous defender, Boston takes pride in wiping shots away.
Lets it go from deep. Drains the three-pointer.
They've done good work with the ball. They've been moving and getting quality chances.
And their field goal percentage reflects that. They've been the much better team shooting the ball.
And it's not just about shooting, Brian, as we were just mentioning. It's about moving, cutting, all the little things.
Odyssey Sims for three. Score it. Her third straight basket in 3 attempts.
They just continue to splash those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority number 1 for this defense.
Yeah, absolutely, Brian. You can't keep giving up that many points behind the arc.
And the Fever hit again from deep.
There it is. They get careless with the ball, and it immediately costs them.
Yeah, that's been the pattern. Their turnovers not only killing their offensive flow, but fueling the fire at the other end.
Yeah, she was already patting herself on the back and forgot you got to complete the play. You still got to score.
McDonald. And the Fever hit again from deep.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Great ball movement indeed. That's an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Outside Sims. Buries it from three-point range.
Well, get your popcorn ready. Her performance from long range has been something to behold, something to admire.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, that's been her shot today.
Pass to Edwards. Basket good off the assist from Lindsey Allen.
Took advantage of some shoddy D there. They got to at least get a finger on her.
Here's McDonald. And the Fever hit again from deep.
This is an incredible run they're on. Offense as well as it can be played.
Every single player on their squad with the absolute magic touch. Shooting lights out.
Tipped away. A steal by McDonald. They're moving it up. There's the triple. And the Fever hit again from deep.
Unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and she's heating up.
Outside Mabry. Crosses over. And the shot no good. A bit short.
Wow, I thought that was absolutely automatic.
Here's Boston. And the Fever hit again from deep.
Starting to pull away here. They're putting some points up.
Yeah, this one's threatening to get out of hand pretty soon.
Pass to Hartley. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Ari McDonald. And another three for Indiana.
He is showing a killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend this lead.
Now here's Hartley. Tight defense on her. Now here's Allen. Can they get it? The rebound by Sims.
Boy, I mean, they can do nothing right. They cannot take the lid off.
They need a bucket in the worst way possible. They have got to stop this run somehow, or it's really going to get out of hand.
Here's Mabry. And she uses the glass on the layup.
Well done to finish that one off.
Here's Powers. What a play! She dreams it to a buzzer.
What a humongous shot to cap their run going into the break. They finished off that half on a roll.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Fever ahead, opening a huge gap. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And welcome back as we begin the second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, but anything can happen. It's been an absolute clinic out there by Kelsey Mitchell.
She played a very smart game offensively, looking for and finding gaps in the defense and always looking for the best shot possible.
Yeah, the way she played that first half, well, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient on offense.
Welcome back to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the final two quarters. Here's Charles. Terrific assist and a nice finish. Just a solid play all around.
Defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And if they don't start showing some aggression, things are just going to get worse. Well, she shot the ball well, but she hasn't shot it enough. The more shots she gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Pass to Charles. Hayden Clark pulls it in. And this has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a very nice job of extending their lead.
Drops in the tray.
These defenders better start closing down their shooters.
Yeah, that's too straight from long range.
She's covered by Clark. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And it's Charles missing. Boston outside. The three is up. Sinks the three-pointer.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They're 3 for 3.
She's covered by Clark. Stolen by Clark. And here's the fast break. From deep. And another three for Indiana.
Another fast break bucket. That's been their not-so-secret weapon.
Boy, and the defense consistently a step slow in transition. At some point, they've got to make the adjustment.
And the Fever hit again from deep.
5 straight now, coming out of halftime, rolling.
Outside Charles. They need this. A shot by Nelson Agoda, no good.
They start the second half 1 for 4.
From outside the arc, good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
You couldn't have scripted a better start to the half today. They've hit every single shot since the break.
Pass to Morrow. Here's Nelson Agoda. Out to the wing, and it's going to be a 3-second call. 3 seconds. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And they can tack on a few more points onto this run.
And boy, Blake, it's getting to be a big one.
Yeah, you got to think the defense needs a stop here.
They come out of halftime smoking hot from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and as hot as they are from out there, there's absolutely no reason not to just keep letting them fly.
I agree, Brian. They should all have the green light.
Pass to Morrow. Crafty move. Rebounded by the Fever. All with the ball. And the Fever hit again from deep.
And suddenly, they're overflowing with confidence at the offensive end, getting everything to drop.
They're getting everything to drop, and at an ideal time. They're poised for a terrific crunch time run in this game.
Pass to Edwards. Morrow. Powers covering. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Powers. Let's go with a 3. Nailed from three-point land.
Bravo. They're pushing the tempo to good effect.
Yeah, they have the edge in fast break points. Those quick buckets so often are just easy money.
Edwards inside. Cole defending. Edwards with the bucket. And they're making this a runaway.
Yeah, the only question here for us to follow is how big the lead will eventually become.
And another 3 for Indiana.
McDonald is doing a terrific job of being aggressive and pushing the tempo. So far, the defense has had no answer for her.
Pass to Morrow. And stolen by Ari McDonald. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And the Fever hit again from deep.
And forcing turnovers, really fueling their offense.
Extra possessions, they're invaluable. And they've converted those extra possessions, most importantly, into points.
Here's McDonald. And again, it's Indiana converting.
It's been all one-way traffic here. They've really been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get.
It just keeps increasing.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The Fever on top, running away with this one. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Welcome you back as we get going into the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Here's the Fever with the ball. Sims, outside Powers. Jacks up a 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. She remains perfect.
Spacing the floor with her long-range shooting. Powers, fantastic at connecting from deep.
Screen by Charles. Now here's Allen. She's covered by Sims. Shot clock at 5. Here's Hartley. And the rebound goes to the Fever. Now here's Turner. And another 3 for Indiana.
I mean, that shot just becomes effortless for her when the defense is so relaxed like that.
Back to Hartley. The shot misses. And here's Indiana. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
She's been one of their more reliable options today, and it's her shooting that has given them this lead.
Edwards with the bucket.
She made that pass to a spot and let her teammate run right into it. That is how you distribute the basketball.
Pass to Sims. Puts up a 3. 6 for 6. She's yet to miss from the field.
Since the start of the fourth, Brian, that three-point shot has really been there for them.
Yeah, doing an excellent job, Tim, of finding the open teammate on the perimeter this quarter. The three-pointer is a major weapon for them right now.
And here's Connecticut. And here's Mabry. Hole with the rebound.
I like the D. They weren't about to swing the door open and let her cruise in for the layup. Good job.
Here's Powers. And the Fever hit again from deep.
Tough make by Powers. Such a competitor. Good defense. Doesn't rattle her.
Outside Mabry. For those joining us, fourth quarter here, and we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Screen by Charles. To halt the run. Rebounded by the Fever. Here's Powers. Pass to Hole. Fires for 3. Good. And the assist goes to Ariel Powers.
Well, from range, Lexi Hull, very effective. Certainly a player you cannot give open looks to.
They really want to find that igniter here.
That's right. Their offense is ground to a standstill.
Maybe you need to suit up, Tim. They need a spark. Mabry misses. So it's Indiana now. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And McDonald gets it to go.
A big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose, guys.
And that goes for both ends of the floor. They've been controlling the action everywhere.
Just dominant.
Here's Charles. And Powers pulls it down.
The D was ready for her that time, and they had to be. She is strong in the paint.
Pass to Turner. Takes the 3. And another 3 for Indiana.
This is crazy. Every shot they're taking right now is finding the mark.
Literally every shot. They just aren't missing.
Edwards with the bucket.
Yeah, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look.
Now Turner shoots the 3, sinks the triple.
I don't want to say that they're trying to run up the score, but they do keep adding up to that lead.
Well, if you won't say it, partner, I will. They're trying to run up the score here.
Thanks for saying that, Brian.
Mabry with it. Powers picks her up. Here's Allen. The 11-footer. Turner grabs the board. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Odyssey Sims for 3. And another 3 for Indiana.
On a nice run here, and look, we know this about Sims. She's a patient, prepared scorer who doesn't usually force things.
And so it looks like the Sun will retain possession here. Nelson Adota, defended by Turner. No no good from 11 feet. From deep three-point range, misses there. And so it's the Fever taking care of business in this one. So that's going to do it for this one, folks.
Connecticut Sun, 18.